Episode 9 was corrupted. It started up, but the whole thing had no audio. And the first part was so messed up that it was hardly viewable. The next part was just plain static for the rest of the video. Great. 2 missing episodes, I thought. 10 wasn't. It started with some weird, offbeat carnival music. It started with Happy Appy still looking like he did in episode 8. But this time, as the episode went on, his CG-ish model looked worse and worse. Like, injury-wise, worse. He was in his van, driving against the road that looped on and on. Eventually, he reached the playground. Many children were at play. Happy looked like he was ready to kill all of them. Then he said, "Hey kids, who wants to see Happy do a magic trick?" The kids cheered and ran into his van. He then closed the door and drove off. After that, he came back, smiling like he just killed them all. I couldn't take it anymore. For some reason, Happy was making me feel nauseous. But I continued. The remainder of the show, before the credits, was him reading the news, with future events that didn't happen for a long time. Examples were the Libyan riots, Chris Benoit's murders and suicide, and the SS Columbia disaster. Meanwhile, there were random breaks, which showed a behind-the-scenes look at him realistically murdering a child. At the credits, Happy was holding a knife covered in blood. The camera shot down, where there was a table. A hand with cut marks was clearly visible. Then it cut to a blank screen with white text. If you get these DVDs, I copied Happy over to them. I wanted to preserve this so they weren't lost forever. Now you might wonder, how did Nick allow all 10 episodes? I don't know, they just did. If you want to know more, see me, KC. KC? Was that my friend Kevin Costo? Well, he did say he worked with Nick until the end of the millennium, and so he probably helped with Happy Appy. I decided to visit his house. When I entered, Kevin wasn't home. His wife was sitting and crying. I asked her what happened to Kevin. She replied with something that shocked me. I don't know what happened. But something or someone kidnapped him last night. I don't know where, but he or she left this. Take it. I then got a folded up piece of paper. I unfolded it, and it was a picture of Happy Appy during the 9/11 scene. With the exception that he looked badly scarred. Before I left, I asked her how these horrifying episodes got into Nick. She replied with, "He drugged the producers." That was enough. I couldn't bear to take it anymore, so I left the house and drove off. When I got out, I decided to walk towards my house. Then I heard a gunshot and screams from a woman, probably Kevin's wife. I then glimpsed at the picture again. This time, Happy wasn't in the photo. I instantly ran to my house, because I know whoever killed Kevin was trying to kill me. Before I opened the door, I saw one last glimpse behind me. It was Kevin's mutilated arm in a bush, and an unknown figure standing behind it. Hey, I want to know if anyone has any Happy Appy videos. If you do, send me the link to one. What happened to my discs, you ask? Well, I found them in pieces. Like a claw slashed them in thirds, along with a note saying, "No more evidence now, huh?" I finally got my Happy Appy badge today. It came in a box that had a timestamp from 1999 to 2000. When I opened it, I got a letter from Happy Appy and the badge. The badge was Happy Appy smiling, but not with a death stare. On the back it said, "Happy Appy Helper Badge." I decided to read the letter. To my friend, you have helped us help the Japanese. Of course, let me introduce myself. Unarguably, you have heard of me on Nick Jr. Can't understand? Well, I'll give you the answer. Happy Appy Appy App, Appy App, Appy App, Happy Appy Appy App, he helps kids all day. Now, where do I start with my gifts? Today, I have given you a nice badge right from the playground. How did we get these, you ask? Running across the playground, I tripped on a rock. I fell, but I noticed the ground was uneven. Undoubtedly, something was there, so I dug the ground up, and there was a crate of these thousands of badges. Now it's time to be off. See me on my next adventure. Love, Happy Appy. Today, I got an email from a man who claims to be a user on WikiLeaks. He heard about my conquest to find Happy Appy, so he tried to find any documents related to it. He did find one, which told employees to never air certain TV shows or movies. After browsing through a big description of Crybaby Lane and other episodes, I found this text. One show, originally named Happy Appy, was cancelled due to blood and gore. The original show depicted an apple named Happy Appy that taught kids how to handle certain injuries. On their final and only 8th episode, it was only 2 hours when Noggin removed all traces of the show happening. 2001 reports say the episode seemed to depict happenings of 9/11, even though the episode was shown in 1999. I'm getting more suspicious.